A Work Plus apprenticeship fast-tracks people into a career where they can learn as they earn. Full-time study isn't the best route for many people. Learning on the job gives them an edge, a purpose, and a part to play in a rapidly changing world. An apprenticeship means that you'll be in work 4 days a week and at college or university 1 day a week. The great thing about that is that you're working and then you're coming back to college, university, and you're learning there and you're bringing it back and applying it to your work that very week. And you can also go back to the university and college and work with the lecturers there to say, this is how we do things out in industry. You can be part of that change.
From the very first year, they'll go work in different departments, so they'll rotate through different ones, which is really useful, so they get a real sense of what the company is, how we work, how different departments work, and then they get placed in a much longer term one from after their first year, after receiving further training. So they get trained whenever they arrive as well, which is great. So straight in, they're receiving so much more training than they would have maybe at uni, exposed to so many more different technologies.
You aren't afraid to ask questions because you are an apprentice and you're only coming in new, so you're allowed to ask all new questions, and I love learning a new thing every day and having my college work come to life.
I just find hands-on learning way easier than reading books, and of course you can earn a wage as well while you're doing it, so it's a win-win for me, yeah.
Great thing about being a Work Plus apprentice is that even though you're working for a company and that is your employer, you'll be connected with lots of other apprentices. Yeah, sure, you're missing out on the full-time experience of being at college or university, but being a Work Plus apprentice is better than that. You get to network and get to know apprentices working across different companies and different sectors. We put on social events for you as well, so you feel really connected with them and you can learn from them in their different roles.
I don't think I'm missing out on going to university full time. I think I'm just as good at what I'm doing here, and as I say, the experience means more at the end of the day.
So since 2016, 130 apprentices have joined Work Plus across 35 different organisations. And one thing that comes back time and time again when I talk to those apprentices is their friends are jealous.
Friends, they're jealous.
Some are a bit jealous. I'd nearly say jealous.
A wee bit jealous, yeah.
And my friends are pretty jealous of it when you sort of explain that I'm getting the experience, I'm actually getting paid, I get my tuition fees all paid for. It feels like a win-win-win, and I know that sort of they're chomping at the bit almost to get their applications across themselves.
The apprenticeship programme, in fact, has provided quite a number of benefits for us. It enables us to select some very good talent from the student body. We can tailor that talent to suit our business needs and indeed plan for the future of the business.
We've always looked at graduates up until this point, but now is the time to start to think about a new talent stream. Apprenticeships does this, and it does it in a really fantastic way. For us, we're able to bring young people into our business before they've had a chance to get onto their careers, and we get the opportunity to shape them and to get them to fit within the culture of our organisation.
So there are many different benefits for us. I think the first one really is there's an opportunity to get around the table with like-minded employers. We've all got a common goal. We can share best practice, and we can deal with current issues around apprentices, such as their training, their mentoring, the support that they need on their apprenticeship journey.
Those apprentices, for the most part, never thought they could be in the jobs that they're currently in. They felt that their grades weren't good enough in the past, they didn't have the ability to go on and do those jobs. But we've got 130 reasons now why apprenticeships are a great idea.
Having the technical knowledge, but still being new enough to decide that that isn't the way it should be, because they've been there long enough. They're kind of old hands in a way, but still quite new. So being able to come and not being afraid to put forward their ideas, it's just really useful.
I get to work with principal engineers and graduate engineers every day, and the amount of support I get on projects or anything I do, and the amount of responsibility as well I get on projects is extraordinary.
There's a real misconception that apprenticeships are still at that level of trade and craft. But the reality is that for Northern Ireland to flourish in future, we will need apprentices in all different areas: financial technology, engineering, IT, manufacturing. Areas that are growing. Apprenticeships now just don't stop at that trade and craft level. They're professional apprenticeships that can take our young people up to master's degree level. So ultimately they're able to find their place in the world of work as an apprentice.
So in the future, obviously I want to finish my master's as an apprentice and then maybe go on to chartership, because in theory I should go for chartership as soon as I do graduate, because we've had such a long time working that other people who have just done the straightforward degree, they would normally have to work for an extra, say, 5 years. So we should be ready to go for it.
So Work Plus provides people with a place where they can go to find apprenticeship opportunities. Many of our young people don't know how to take the next step beyond school, and the Work Plus apprenticeship gives them the confidence to know that there is a job at the start of this, not a job at the end of a qualification.
The best thing about being a Work Plus apprentice is that I get to learn and then put my learnings in college into practice in work, and I get paid for it. I don't have any of that university debt that everyone gets afraid of.
So I literally just went on Google and I googled civil engineering apprenticeships, and I found Work Plus came up, and so I applied through the application service online, and they sent my application out to all different employers, and that's how I ended up at Atkins, so I got the interview.
I found out about the Work Plus apprenticeship after a talk that we got while I was in North West Regional College, and I was planning just to go to university, and then I kind of thought I've nothing to lose by applying for it, so I went for an interview, got it, and haven't looked back since.
Our vision for Work Plus is that we become like UCAS, but for apprenticeships, where you can go as a parent or as a young person or as a returner or a careers advisor and find lots of apprenticeship opportunities.
Work Plus was attractive to me because basically you sign up to Work Plus and it goes out to all different companies, which gives you a range of different options for interviews, and you earn while you learn.